Okay, let's get into this David Suzuki Foundation
Oh, your favorite.
story, which warms the cockles of my heart because, as many of you know, I rushed a book out the door a few years ago, the unauthorized biography of David Suzuki, so that I could ruin his special day at the University of Alberta because he was getting an honorary degree. And I thought, this guy has opposed oil and gas in our province for so very, very long. And how dare he come to this institution, which is funded by oil and gas, but also graduates of
Yeah.
the U of A engineering program, geology. They go on to do great things in the oil and gas sector. And I thought, atrocious. I'll ruin his big day. And thanks to all of your help, it became a bestseller. Anyways, other people are tired of his lies. The David Suzuki Foundation faces a Competition Bureau complaint over alleged misleading imagery. A group of 8 residents from northeastern British Columbia, which really should be part of Alberta, by the way, has filed a formal application with the Federal Competition Bureau calling for an investigation into the David Suzuki Foundation's use of an allegedly false and misleading imagery in its anti-natural gas campaigns. Oh, God. See, this is the thing. When they say, oh, we got to get off oil, or coal, and so we switch to natural gas, then they come for natural gas, and they're doing this now.
Yeah.
The complaint centers on the repeated use of a 2-decade-old aerial photo of natural gas wells in Wyoming. It's not even Canadian, and it's 2 decades old. Things have changed in the oil and gas industry in 2 decades. That's for darn sure. It's very high tech and very low footprint. The residents claim the image is being used to falsely represent current development in BC's Montney Formation, a major gas-producing region responsible for roughly half of Canada's natural gas output. According to the group, and that the Montney region goes into Alberta, so it's according to the group, the foundation has used the image on its website, social media, reports, and fundraising appeals, despite acknowledging in some instances that the photo is not from British Columbia. Why do you think they're not showing you the Peace region?
Yeah.
Why do you think? It's because it's beautiful and it's not a hellscape. They argue this misleads the public and donors in violation of 74.011 of the Competition Act. Anyways, I love it. Spokesperson Dina Del Gusto says energy workers of northeastern BC deserve truth, not scare tactics, and are asking for accountability from the foundation. Well, you're not going to get it from the foundation, but you might get it from the Competition Bureau. Who knows? I also enjoy the fact that the pro-oil and gas side is now using the Competition Bureau against the other side, because for years, the Competition Bureau or the other side has tried to weaponize the Competition Bureau against people like Friends of Science. When they say stuff like the key driver of climate change is that big ball of burning gas in the sky that comes up every day, and not necessarily your SUV. And they filed several Competition Bureau complaints against Friends of Science over their billboards that said as such. Like, it's the sun, it's not CO2, it's not you. And it's nice to see them turning the tables. What's good for the goose here is definitely good for the gander.
It is good. And calling out the crap, like David Suzuki has said so many things. Like, I remember, I think it was 2023, in front of the legislature, he was equating the trucker convoy participants to anarchists, like they behaved in any such a way. Meanwhile, he's done, pipeline bombing rhetoric. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, so who's the anarchist? Like,
he's just a disgrace. And more than anything, I blame the CBC for him, because no one in their right mind would take David Suzuki seriously if not for CBC and the nature of things.
Also, the school, the education system takes.
Yes, for sure.
They make him sound like some sort of like hero when you're in high school. I mean, at least when I was, maybe they've changed it, but I highly doubt it.
He's a fruit fly geneticist. He's not even, by any stretch of the imagination, a climate scientist. In fact, there's one clip that I really enjoy. I rewatch it over and over when I need a little bit of a pick-me-up. Climate scientists in Australia just giving him the what for on a panel, and him very clearly not having a clue what he was talking about. but he was in Australia because he has a condo there. You see, you and I, our SUV commute to and from work will spell the end of civilization as we know it. However, his circumnavigation of the globe to go to his vacation property, fine and dandy. That's carbon emissions well spent. I want to tell everybody about our Rebel News birthday party before we hit the ad break. So Thursday, September 18th at 6 p.m. It's at the Carriage House Hotel and Conference Center in Calgary, Alberta. We've got live music, we've got cocktails, hors d'oeuvres, a meet and greet, and photos with your favorite Rebels. We actually had our 10th birthday back in February, but we were in the throes of prorogation, the Liberal leadership campaign, and what we knew to be an impending election campaign. So it was very busy. We had to work. We put our party aside. And now, I mean, and we were planning it. We kept having to move it because of work. And now we've just decided there's always going to be work. We have to pull the chute on this thing. So it's September 18th in Calgary. Please join us to celebrate all of the hard work that our Rebel employees have done, bringing you the truth, bringing you the other side of the story, advocating for the little guy, and standing up for freedom. And we just want you to join us because you have been part of this journey with us as well.